today we're going to be showing you how to halter a horse. So normally when you halter one, we'll see if we can push her over a little bit, you're going to want to stand on the left side of them, and that's with most animals. And then she's going to stand pretty quiet, but for some horses that won't, you can loop that around their neck if you want to, and it just gets it out of the way for you. And then for this halter, this one has, if you can see, a latch right behind where it would go right behind her throat. And this one has a latch that would just hook on. So this will go right over her ears. This is kind of like a brow band. And then this is the nose band, so this will go right in the middle of her nose. And then here are your cheek pieces right on this side. And then underneath right here, this is where the lead rope is going to clip on.
So this would be considered a webbing halter is what this is called.
And so for this one, if we're going to clip it around the back, we're going to slip it her nose right through this middle piece right here. And you can kind of pull it up a little bit to get it to fit. And then we're going to put both ears through like this, and it fits right below there. And then you're just going to pull that around and clip it on. And so you want it to fit pretty good. You don't want it to be too snug, so I can get my fingers under there. And you're going to want it to fit kind of in the middle of the nose. You don't want it too high, and you don't want it too low. So if you have one that fits pretty well, it's pretty easy with these halters, and they fit pretty good. And then if we wanted to put it on the other way, so we can take it off this way, and we'll take it off like that. So if some halters don't have this clip on the back, it'll look just like this on the other side, and you'll have this buckle on the top. So you're gonna pretty much do the same thing. You're gonna take her over here, you're gonna put the nose band up and put her nose through. You're gonna take this piece of the buckle, kind of like a belt, and you're gonna flip it over the top behind the ears up here. So pretty close behind the ears, and she has a bridle path, so there's not long hair in the way right there. If you can see, all of her mane is clipped right there so that this flows over super nicely. And you're gonna take your buckle, it's like a belt, and you're just gonna loop it through, and you're gonna pull the halter up a little bit so that it fits pretty good. And you're just gonna loop it up, put it through one of the loops, and then push it down through this. And there you go. That's how you halter a horse
with the webbing halter. And now to throw a kink into things, we're going to also show a rope halter. So JD is going to remove the halter.
And then I'm going to take that off her. Good. Okay. So like we said, this is a rope halter. So, oh, she went to the other side of me. We're going to flip her back, maybe.
I still have that tied also.
Okay. Okay. So now this is untied, and this is a rope halter, so it's pretty much kind of the same basics, except it's obviously mounted a rope. And then on the top here, you're gonna have something, you're gonna slip through this loop and tie instead of buckle like a belt. So if you want, you can flip this over her just so you have a bit of a hold on her. She's pretty quiet, so she's not really gonna go anywhere. So just like before, you're gonna, in this loop right here, this is the biggest loop right here, and you're gonna just slip her nose right in through this loop. It's gonna sit right in the middle of her face, and then just like before on this side, this long piece, you're gonna flip up over, and it's always gonna flip onto the left side. You're always gonna be tying your halter on the left side, and then you just put it through, and you're gonna make sure you tie it tight enough where it's in a good place on her nose and on her face. You're gonna flip it behind and just pull it right through. And you might need to tighten it up a little bit, and might need to see this is a little too low on her nose. So if it's a little too loose, you can just pull it up a little bit, tighten it up a little better, and then pull it right back through on this loop. And now it's up on her nose well enough, and I can pick up my lead rope, and there you go. She's haltered with a rope halter.